our
This
championship.
is how a match between Pascal and Winternheimer and Jesper Svensson.
Pascal, solid strike. Can he keep up with Jesper?
Well, it all depends on how the right lane plays for Jesper. He's locked in on the left lane, which was his right lane in his match against Stu Williams. It's all going to come down to what his ball reaction looks like in this next shot. But, you know, they move the players to the middle now because if we were to pick one pair or the other, we would have favored that winner. So they each get one lane that they're familiar with. This is the first ball for Jesper Svensson, not counting practice on this lane.
8 of 12 in the first match. And
Jesper left it. Pascal
That's
7
about
pin.
one of the fastest ringing sevens you'll ever see. You know, they were warming up. We were listening to him talk with his ball reps, and he was saying how much tighter that right lane was. A left-hander has not touched that lane yet, and he was saying, hey, you know, that lane's a lot tighter. He had the choice of where he was going to finish this match, and he chose to finish on that left lane.
Svensson competed in the PBA World Series of Bowling last year, had a best finish of 24th in the Cheetah. And last year he finished 63rd in this event, the Chameleon Championship. After the spare. And he's got it.
And let's take a look at young Svensson here in that two-handed style. Watch that follow through go to the right. Look at that. Boy, you better be an athlete to pull that off.
Jesper Svensson, the subject of today's Track Tech Talk. Speaking of the influence of the World Series of Bowling, Oscar Palermo and Jason Belmonte are people that he looks up to.
Oh, he modeled his game after them.
Also bowls with them on a team in a league in Sweden. Splash dump, that rack down was a 10. A look at those from around the world who've taken home PBA Tour titles. Jesper Svensson already on that list after his win in Bahrain last year. Will Winternheimer be able to add his name to the list as well? That was the head pin washout.
Yeah, using two different bowling balls, something that's a little bit cleaner on that lane, and it never picked up. His first frame on lane 2, which we're going to call the left lane, you can tell he was using a ball with a lot of surface on it. That shot there, that ball never even thought about turning over.
When you do games, you definitely want to savor it, but it definitely means a lot because he doesn't sugarcoat things. He says what he believes, so it
Wow. Fits it between the 1 and the 6. And let's get another look at that one. Here's your hammer, tough, spare replay.
Two ways to do this: ball to the left side of the head pin or right side of the head pin. The bowling ball covers all 4, or it drives the head pin into the 2, the 6 into the 10. You can see there. Here's the ball change on lane 2. You can see much more surface.
On the strike, no count loss. Even match, third frame.
Look out. Back-to-back splits.
Oh, geez, another one.
I'm sorry. Washout in the second, split in the third. You know, this is the compensatory move that we as players make. When you miss right, the tendency is to grab it and make sure that the next one doesn't miss right. Your brain's like, well, hey, I don't want to throw this one right again, so what do? You grab it, you pull left, and it goes through the nose. How about this guy?
Split conversion for Winternheimer. He's clean through 3.
Keeping himself in it with a tremendous spare game. Again, relying on accuracy and shot making. That's enabled him to convert the washout in the second, 3, 6, 7, 10 in the third. Good stuff.
Jesper Svensson, #1 qualifier through qualifying in the Chameleon, advanced directly to the round of 8, defeated Kyle Trug to earn his position in the finals. Working the strike can increase his lead, third frame. He commands it solid, and he commands the splash racks.
Wow.
Kimberly Pressler is with the Englishman, Stuart Williams.
Thanks, Mike. Stu, this wasn't the way you wanted to go out. I know that. We talked about that earlier. But you started off strong, but then it looked like the lanes changed a bit. What happened?
Yeah, the lanes carried down a little bit, and I didn't make the right adjustments. And then, you know, Jesper had such a good look, and there was so much pressure on it. I think I threw a few shots a little bit too hard, trying to make it fit, and it didn't want to work.
How would you characterize this World Series for you?
I think it's been a pretty good success. I mean, overall, I was really good every day. And, you know, a little bit different, and it would have been fantastic. But, you know, I'm happy.
Thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you the rest of the tour.
Jesper Svensson continues the string of strikes. He increases his lead to 24 pins. Randy, he commands the solid pocket hit. He commands the light pocket hit.
Power and speed.
Pascal Winternheimer, fourth frame, trails by 24, still early. But at some point, you will need to strike.
Oh,
Don't like that look at all. A little bit right, it misses the head pin. That looked like a pretty good shot more up the lane. And you can see it just breaking loose. I think the trick on this pattern is more ball, more surface. Or throw it with two hands and throw a urethane ball.
Throw it through the back of the house. Good spare, long way to go here. Title match of the PBA Chameleon Championship. Fifth frame. And at some point, you're going to feel the need to strike. Pascal is there. It's a bachelor's of science degree in physics. Comes in handy in the sport of bowling.
Very, very nice man, and really enjoyed our conversation. There's a good shot. All right. Well, you can see that ball has more surface, Mike, and you see how subtle the motion was in the back part of the lane? It's because of the surface.
Puts himself in a position.
Now watch this. Just right a third arrow, pretty straight down and in, and the subtle motion of the back. Shiny ball won't allow that. Breaks loose down the lane.
Pascal said better release, better it was. Now Svensson increases to Winternheimer. Would like to see something else. Fifth frame.
That's something else. That ball went through the pin so hard, it created a black hole in the universe. Wow.
Spare four-bagger for Jesper Svensson.
Won a title, considered a PBA title this year, the 13th Kingdom of Bahrain International Open. 20 years of age. I was told by some of the ball reps and some of the players, when he's allowed to throw urethane, you can't touch this kid. Well, guess what? He's throwing urethane.
Sixth frame, string of strikes working. Can increase his lead over Winter.
Drilled it! He's got that Gary Faulkner Jr. type of attitude and charisma right now, just staying in the moment, not getting too excited.
Seems unaffected, but that heart's got to be racing. But Winternheimer really needs to have this to keep pace. Sixth frame. And elbow in the nose, baby.
and another one.
Not the right ball on lane 3, the right lane for this championship pair. And there's no way he's going to get that ball to work unless he moves farther left and then just tries to fall it back to the pocket. But the other move would be moving right and trying to jam it. He's running out of time. But one heck of a spare shooter.
Good spare conversion. Pascal Winternheimer qualified 6th, which placed him into the round of 16. He beat Chris Drews and then went on to beat Bill O'Neill to earn his spot in the finals here on television. Now 7th frame, 4 frames remaining to try to find a way to make up 46 hits.
Yep. Not sure sure why that won't work on the right lane. Obviously, he doesn't see the same thing. But it just might be too much Jesper Svensson and this absolute barrage attack of 600 RPMs going through the pins.
Plenty of X's on the board for Svensson. The flip side of their matches, Svensson looking to run away from Winternheimer. The grip and the release.
Oh,
another ring it.
Oh, both on that lane. It's the only thing that hasn't struck yet. One in the first frame and now one here in the 7th. Ooh. 6 pin, 4 pin, second from the right. Watch how fast it goes around that. I'm surprised because it went so fast around the 7 that the vortex didn't just suck the 7 pin off the deck. That's right. Stay in the moment, convert your spares. You know, do not give your opponent anything to wish for, any inclination that he still has a chance. Just keep the pedal to the metal. This two-handed phenomenon that's taken our sport by storm with Jason Belmonte and Osku Palermo. We're just a couple of frames away from adding Jesper Svensson to that list. Just so filthy. All that power, speed, control. Wait till he gets really good throwing reactive resin. He might be unbeatable on a lot of stuff. Left-handed.
Witnessing the birth of a phenomenon out here on the PBA Tour. Strength working. Still 234 left for Winternheimer, but no, not on that lane. 3-6-10.
Yeah,
Pascal, throw a different ball in that lane. That one's not going to work. There's no way that one's going to work. Feel for him, you know, we wanted to see a great match and competitive match, and he can't hit the right lane.
Next Sunday on ESPN is the PBA Scorpion Championship. Parker Bone III faces Jason Sterner, and John Van Hees take on Lonnie Wallachek in semifinal action next Sunday at 1. Continuing action at the Geico PBA World Series of bowling. Light hit shakes out.
Good call, man.
215, the magic number for Jesper Svensson, and he claims his second overall PBA Tour title, first here in the States.
All right, folks, head to toe with this unique style. We've seen it on the right side of the lane. There's a good look from the left side. Got follow through.
Ooh. Bowling, are you ready for a rock star? His name is Jesper Svensson.
He's got the look. He's got the game. Here you go, watch this. Follow through. Inside the head. A lot like Ryan Simonelli, except this one's done with 2 hands and no thumb. Arguably the highest rev rate, comparable to Osku Palermo, Jason Belmonte.
Qualifying leader, came through match play. 10th frame on his way to the PBA Chameleon Championship.
What better way to do it than to strike out and shoot 269 on his good lane.
That's a winner.
Jesper Svensson, you've won in the States.
Might just be looking at the next phenom.
Awesome performance by Jesper. I hope you like and subscribe.